Hey guys, Mr. Roth here. So this is going to be the first video in our new series of curriculum videos designed to help our UTA students practice at home, and so that parents, you can help your children practice at home as well. We aren't exactly going to be teaching you the techniques in these videos. They're just designed to help you practice and follow along with at home. So you're still going to need to come to class and learn your techniques and practice. But when you go home, if you want to watch this video, you can follow along, you can check yourself against the video, and you can see how the black belts demonstrate these techniques. So in this video we're going to go over the white belt material, and I've had some of our instructors and our assistants and our black belt leadership team members demonstrate these moves for you. They're going to do them slow, they're going to do them fast, they're going to demonstrate them forwards and to the side, so you can really get a good idea of what these techniques should look like. I'm also going to be narrating the video to help you get used to the terminology that we use in class. Also, I'm going to have a few buttons pop up over here, so you're going to be able to use these buttons to skip to any one part of the curriculum you're looking for in this video. The buttons are going to go from stripe number 5 at the top down to stripe number 1 at the bottom, and that way they match the way that they are on the belt. So if you look at a belt here, so the colored stripe at the bottom would always be the gold age stripe, but then we count the stripes going upwards. So stripe number 1 at the bottom here would be our kickboxing and pad work stripe. Then above it, number 2 would be the self-defense stripe, and so on up to stripe number 5 for the forms techniques. So I'm going to match the buttons to the order of the stripes, starting with number 5 at the top and down to number 1 at the bottom. So let's get into the material. So for the white belt stripe number 1, kickboxing and pad work, they have to do 3 things. They have to do jab cross, stack 'em up knee, and cross jab right elbow. So here's Mr. Castellano demonstrating jab cross. Jab is a punch with the front hand, cross is a punch with the back hand. You can see he's extending his arms all the way in his punches, and he's got nice tight fists. Ms. Toomey's showing us that jab cross a little faster, and here she is from the side hitting the pads. Now Mr. Castellano's going to add on the stack 'em up knee. So you see jab, front hand, cross, back hand, stack 'em up, grabs the back of the neck, and does the knee strike. You can see from the side here how he uses his hips on that knee strike as he pulls the person down. Now we're going to see Ms. Toomey do it a little bit faster. And then we'll see it from the side as she's hitting pads. You can see how she pulls Mr. Kirstein down into that knee strike. The last one is the cross jab right elbow. So you can see this one starts at the backhand, then punches the front hand, and then the elbow strike comes with the back arm. And you see there's a lot of twisting the hips in this one. So you twist all the way across for the cross punch. Then you twist all the way back for the jab. Then you twist all the way across again for the elbow strike. And here's Ms. Toomey hitting the pads from the side. So white belt stripe number 2 is the self-defense stripe, and they do a self-defense combination against a straight punch. So imagine a straight punch coming at us, and we high block palm strike, stack 'em up knee. So here you see Mr. Gritzuk. He starts in his non-aggressive stance with his hands open and turned facing out. And he does a high block, blocking the punch upwards, palm strikes, grabs the back of the neck, stack 'em up, and knee. So here you see him from the side, and you can see how he extends his arm in that palm strike. He grabs the back of the neck, just like we did in the pad work, and he does that knee strike, and then he resets back to the non-aggressive stance. Now Mr. Olivier is going to show us those same techniques a little faster here. He's doing high block, palm strike, stack 'em up, knee. Here you see it with a partner. So the punch comes towards his nose, and he quickly pushes it out of the way, palm strikes, grabs the back of the neck and knees. So there's a couple of different small things that we do for the white belts for stripe number 3 here. There's a couple of footwork drills that we practice and some blocking. So the first thing we're going to go over here is the slide step. So here you see Miss Cat practicing her slide step. She's sliding her back foot up to her front foot, and then her front foot steps out. Or when she's going backwards, her front foot slides to her back foot, and then her back foot steps out. So the key here is that the feet come together and then forwards, or come together and then backwards. Then we're going to see Ms. Toomey do that slide step a little faster. So it's kind of a shuffle step. So here you see her from the side doing it with a partner. The second kind of step that we practice is the half step. And that's the feet not coming together. She moves her front foot first, and then her back foot moves to catch up so that she stays in her guarding stance. So when you see it from the side, you see the feet stay apart the whole time. Her front foot moves up, and then her back foot catches up, or her back foot moves back, and then her front foot catches up. So when you do it faster, as Ms. Toomey is showing us here, it's almost like a jumping step. But it doesn't go as far. The third thing here is putting the half step together with a jab cross. So Ms. Cat's showing us she does half step forwards, jab cross, and moves backwards. So this is the real reason why we practice the half step, because it flows together well with the jab cross. So you half step in, you jab cross, and you move right back out the way you came. So here's Ms. Toomey demonstrating it more quickly. She half steps in, jab cross, and half steps out. You can see it with a partner from the side. Now Ms. Cat's going to show us the 4 corner blocks that the white belts practice. If you imagine a square around your body, corner number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, you just push towards the corners. The important thing here is that we're alternating arms. So we go left, right, right. Okay, the left arm blocks down, the right arm blocks down, the left arm pushes across, the right arm pushes across. So here's Miss Toomey doing these blocks faster, and you can see how she twists her body into it. And then you can see with a partner what these blocks actually defend against. So for our kicking stripe for white belts, there's two basic kicks we focus on, the front kick and the side kick. Hey, this guy looks familiar. So here I am demonstrating the front kick. The knee comes straight up, the foot comes straight out, it comes back in, and then it goes down. So like all of our basic kicks, there's four parts to it. The chamber, or the first bend, then the kick, then the rechamber, or the second bend, and finally putting the foot down. And full extension. Now Mr. Kirstein's going to show us that kick a little bit faster. You can see him snapping the kick out nice and high. You can see from the side how he lifts it straight up and it goes straight out. And now I'm going to demonstrate the side kick for you. Still four parts, but the knee comes in and the foot pushes out sideways. The foot stays sideways. And then just like the front kick, it comes back in and then it goes down. So I've got my body turned sideways for this kick. Here you'll see Mr. Kirstein demonstrating a little bit faster, and he pushes out. It snaps out fast, but he's pushing with it. Okay, it's a thrusting technique, pushing with your foot. And the same kick, but with a slide up. So just like we practiced our slide step before, I'm sliding my back foot up, and then I'm doing my side kick the exact same way I just practiced the side kick a second ago. So I slide up, I keep my body sideways, I bring my knee in, push out, bring it back in, and then put it down. Now you see Mr. Kirstein demonstrating the slide up side kick coming towards us, and now we see him going sideways with it. He pushes it out fast. So there's no traditional form or pattern at white belt level for stripe number 5 for us. Instead we focus on forms, techniques that the students will need to put together into a form when they get to a higher belt. So here we start with our sitting stance punch. We see Miss Cat demonstrating it. Her feet are apart, her knees are bent so that her weight's distributed evenly between her legs. And she's punching right straight to the solar plexus, angled in and down from the shoulder, right to the center of the body. Now we see Mr. Castellano demonstrating these punches a little bit faster. You can see his knees are bent quite low, his toes stay pointed forwards. Now Miss Cat's going to demonstrate a stepping forwards punch in a front stance. So same punches in her sitting stance, but she's doing a different stance this time, and she's moving forwards across the floor. Every time she steps into another front stance. Here you can see it from the side. So in our front stance, our front knee is bent, our back leg is straight, all of our toes still point forwards, and our weight is more distributed onto the front leg. And here Mr. Castellano is going to do those punches going in the front stance a little bit faster towards us. Now the last thing the white belts do is the power positions. So we start at attention, bow, ready position, and then guarding stance. And the students are responsible for knowing what we're practicing in each position. So you can see it from the side. Attention, bow, ready position, and guarding stance. And then Mr. Castellano will tell us what we're practicing in each position.
Attention.
Focus, sir.
Bow.
Respect, sir.
Ready position.
Ready to take action now, sir.
Guarding stance.
Commitment to give 110%, sir.
So that's it for our white belt curriculum video. I hope everybody enjoyed it, and I hope it helps you practice at home. Make sure you keep working hard, keep practicing. Remember, the only difference between a white belt and a black belt is a white belt is a black belt who never gave up. I'll see you in class.